Most people believe that moving more automatically means getting healthier, but Japanese longevity doctors have uncovered something shocking. Some of the most common exercises people over 50 do every day may actually speed up stiffness, drain energy, and wear down joints faster. It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But after more than 25 years of studying aging populations in Japan, particularly in Okinawa, where people routinely live well past 90 with full mobility, researchers discovered a powerful truth. The way you move matters far more than how much you move. Let's take a moment to imagine this. A 72-year-old woman in Kyoto walking to her morning market. Her back is straight, her steps light, no cane, no hesitation. Her balance is effortless. She's not doing hour-long gym routines or punishing herself with workouts. She's following 3 specific movement patterns that protect her joints, awaken circulation, and retrain her balance system. And that's where the surprising twist comes in, because the same researchers from Japan's National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology warn that 3 very common Western-style exercises can accelerate aging in the muscles and joints when done by older adults. We'll get into which ones in a moment and what to replace them with, because the last one I'll show you might completely change how you move every day. In fact, Harvard Medical School researchers found that after age 50, most people lose up to 1% of muscle mass per year. But that loss is not irreversible. The right kind of movement, even 10 minutes a day, can reactivate dormant muscle fibers and restore balance signals in the brain. The key is knowing what to avoid and what to do instead. Because here's the truth. Your body isn't failing. It's just asking for the right kind of care. When I talk with my senior patients, I often hear the same quiet fears. I feel tired even after walking. My knees hurt every time I stand up. I'm afraid I'll fall one day. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. Those are not signs of weakness. They're messages from your body, telling you that it's time to move differently. And the good news? You don't need a gym membership, expensive supplements, or painful routines. Just your body, your breath, and a few minutes of guided, intentional movement each day. Movements that are backed by science, practiced by longevity experts, and gentle enough to do in your living room. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why your next 10 years could be your strongest yet. You'll also find every medical study I mention linked in the description below, so you can explore them yourself, because staying informed is the first act of real self-care. Before we dive into the exercises, take a second to subscribe. If staying strong and active after 50 matters to you, join this community. We grow younger together here. The first exercise you should avoid is deep forward toe touches, the classic bend and reach stretch many people do to loosen up their back and legs. It feels like it should help flexibility, but here's the truth. After age 50, the discs in your lower spine become less cushioned. When you bend deeply and pull forward, you're compressing those discs. And according to a 2019 study from the Journal of Orthopedic Research, repeated forward flexion increases the risk of tiny tears and nerve irritation in older adults. That's why so many people feel that sharp pull in their back after stretching. It's not tightness releasing. It's the body's warning. A better alternative? Try a gentle hip hinge instead. Keep your back straight, place your hands on your thighs, and tilt slightly forward from your hips while keeping your chest open. You'll stretch the hamstrings without crushing your spine. It's a small change, but it's the difference between mobility that lasts and pain that lingers. Now, the second exercise to avoid might surprise you. traditional sit-ups and crunches. For decades, they've been the go-to move for core strength. But the Mayo Clinic and American Council on Exercise both note that after midlife, these movements put immense strain on the neck and lower back, while doing little to build real balance or postural stability. They shorten the hip flexors, the very muscles that are already too tight from sitting, and that pulls your pelvis out of alignment, leading to stiffness and even hip pain. Instead, replace them with what Japanese doctors call standing core engagement. Imagine zipping up your spine. Stand tall, tighten your lower abs gently like you're bracing for a light cough, and breathe deeply. This subtle move trains your deep stabilizer muscles, the ones that protect your spine every time you walk, stand, or turn. It's simple, invisible, and incredibly effective when done daily. And now, the third one. This one shocks almost everyone. Long daily walks done the wrong way. Yes, walking is wonderful, but when it's the only form of movement, especially on hard pavement with poor posture, it can do more harm than good. A 2021 report from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who walked long distances without balance or strength training actually had higher rates of knee and ankle degeneration. Why? Because walking alone doesn't challenge your stabilizer muscles or joint control. It just repeats the same limited motion. Over time, that repetition builds imbalance. The fix? Keep walking, but pair it with strength or balance moves 2 to 3 times a week. Even 10 minutes of focused leg and core activation can protect your joints for years. What shocked researchers most is this: the secret to aging well isn't doing more exercise, it's doing the right kind of movement that nourishes your joints instead of punishing them. And now here's where it gets exciting, because the next part isn't about avoiding, it's about rebuilding. Next, we'll talk about the 3 powerful science-backed exercises Japanese longevity experts say you must do to restore energy, balance, and vitality no matter your age.
Let's start with the first movement, one that Japanese longevity doctors call the body's natural charger, the heel lift balance. It looks simple, but it activates one of the most important systems in your entire body, your proprioceptors. Those are the sensors in your muscles and joints that tell your brain where your body is in space. When they weaken, balance fades, and that's when falls happen. A study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that adults over 60 who practiced gentle heel lifts for just 5 minutes a day improved their stability by nearly 30% in 3 weeks. Here's how to do it. Stand tall behind a chair or counter for support. Slowly lift your heels off the ground until you feel your calves tighten. Hold for 2 seconds and lower down with control. As you lift, focus on your breath and posture. After a few rounds, you'll feel warmth in your legs and lightness in your stance. That's circulation, your body waking up from the inside out. It's the kind of movement you can do while brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil. Tiny effort, big return. And here's the emotional truth. This simple lift isn't just building muscle. It's rebuilding confidence with every rise. Now, the second movement might be one of the most powerful anti-aging secrets from Japan's blue zones. It's called the Seiza rise, the art of sitting and standing from the floor slowly, using control. Why does this matter? Because studies from the European Journal of Preventative Cardiology show that the ability to sit and stand without using your hands is a direct predictor of longevity. It challenges balance, flexibility, and strength all at once. To practice safely, start by kneeling on a soft surface. Slowly lower your hips to your heels, then come back up using your legs, not your hands. If that's too much, try partial versions, sitting halfway down, then returning to standing. Do this daily, and you'll rewire your body's coordination and protect the independence that lets you live life on your own terms. Because being able to get up from the floor easily isn't just physical, it's freedom.
So let's take a quiet moment to bring it all together. The 3 exercises to avoid, the deep toe touches, the hard sit-ups, and long repetitive walks done without balance training, are not bad because movement is bad. They're risky because they work against the natural changes that happen in your body after 50. And the 3 you've learned today, the heel lift, the Seiza rise, and the wall reach, are about returning to the way your body was designed to move. Balanced, controlled, and alive. They don't just strengthen muscles, they retrain your nervous system. They remind your brain that your legs still know how to lift, your spine still knows how to align, and your breath still knows how to expand. When I see my patients practice these simple moves, I see something remarkable. Within weeks, they walk differently. They talk differently. Their posture changes, not just physically, but emotionally. There's a quiet pride that returns because they're not moving out of fear anymore. They're moving out of trust. And that's the hidden gift of longevity. It's not about avoiding aging. It's about reclaiming control of it. You don't have to accept stiffness, fatigue, or imbalance as your new normal. Your body is capable of adapting, healing, and growing stronger at any age, as long as you treat it with wisdom, not punishment. Think about this. Every time you rise from a chair without using your hands, your balance system thanks you. Every time you lift your heels and breathe deeply, your circulation thanks you. And every time you stand tall against that wall, filling your lungs with air, your heart thanks you because it knows you haven't given up on it. It's never too late to restart the conversation between your body and your mind. And when you do, every step, every stretch, every gentle lift becomes a message of life, not loss. Because at this stage, it's not about adding years to your life, it's about adding movement, balance, and peace to the years you already have. If this message speaks to you, if you believe in staying strong, steady, and sharp after 50, take one small action right now. Subscribe and be part of a growing community of people proving that aging doesn't mean slowing down. Here, we learn, we move, we grow younger together. You'll find every study I mentioned linked in the description below. Read them, explore them, and take pride in understanding your health. Because knowledge isn't just power, it's longevity. And before you go, remember this. Your future strength isn't somewhere out there. It's right here, in the quiet minutes you choose to care for yourself. That's where longevity begins.